Greetings, horror freaks and geeks. It is I, your awesome host with the most, the horror heathen. Today, I bring you a very special guest, Charlotte Kirk. Born in Kent, England, and she had a passion for acting at the young age of 11. In early 2015, Charlotte landed a starring role in Vice, a sci-fi thriller opposite Bruce Willis and Thomas Jane. Charlotte has completed 7 feature films since. I don't know if that's correct or not, because I'm not sure how much IMDb updates their information about actors. So
yeah, it needs slight updating, but it's okay.
But you're also in a movie with Stephen Baldwin,
Yeah.
the film noir comedy No Panic, with a hint of hysteria.
Yeah.
The female lead in a psychological drama called The Depths, alongside appearances How to Be Single and Ocean's 8, which was a fantastic movie, by the way. I love that movie.
Yeah.
With Sandra Bullock in it. That was a great representation on how women can be powerful in any situation. So
yep.
I absolutely loved it. My wife loved it, and I think we watched it like 6 or 7 times just because. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Charlotte Kirk. How you doing today?
I'm very well. Yeah, here in rainy England at the moment, but in my homeland, so it's good to be back.
I've always wanted to go to England. I've never been, and I've always wanted to go. The closest I've got was Paris when I was a kid. So,
well, very different. Very
different. So, and I heard you have like an English summer over there. I've heard that term numerous times, and I have no idea what it means.
An English summer. Well, the nice thing about the summer in the UK is it gets late really dark, like 9-10 o'clock, which is really, really nice. But right now it's getting dark at like 4 o'clock, which sucks.
It's about the same. It's about the same here. About 5 o'clock, it's super dark.
Yeah.
And I said, this is not normal.
Yeah, I know. After it's just gone. So, oh, okay, the day's over. Oh, work's finished.
Right? Time to go to bed.
Yeah. Time to watch some horror movies.
Right. So, if you don't mind, can you explain to the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes. I moved to the US when I was 19 years old. I knew I wanted to act when I was very, very young. I had the bug when I was very, very, very young. I would drive my mum mad because I would literally just, anywhere we would go, if we were out shopping or she was taking me to school or whatever I was doing, I would like just perform, like become all these different characters, and I would embarrass her quite a few times. Some funny stories. But Mum, I just want to act and just play all these different roles and these characters. And she was like, right, Charlotte, I think I need to take you to acting school. And I went to acting school after I graduated here in the UK. And when I went to the US also, went to acting school in the US as well. But I went to the US when I was pretty young. Yes, when I was 19, I took a couple of people have said to me, look, if you want to be an actress, if you want to go down this route, go to the US.
Right.
So I just packed up my bags, didn't know anyone, didn't really think much, and just said, I've got to do it. This is what I want to do. I'm going to do it. And I first moved to New York, and then I was in New York for a few months, and then decided that actually really I need to be in LA, and the rest is history.
Great story. So I've watched The Lair, and I absolutely enjoyed the movie. It was a nice breath of fresh air for sci-fi horror. It was great. I never expected to see a movie about aliens in the middle of a desert.
Yeah.
So, especially being hidden by the Russians for all these years, and the theory of how the Russians covered that up as the invasion of Afghanistan, which completely changes history whatsoever.
You never know. It was some of the classics like the Predators, the Predator, the Thing were big inspiration for this movie, actually.
I bet.
The 80s movies. And me and Neil, who's the co-writer and director, Neil Marshall, were sitting there one day during lockdown. It was like, oh, let's make a really cool COVID-friendly movie. So minimal cast, shoot it in the desert. It's outside, so it's as COVID-friendly as possible. And then literally that's where the idea came from. And then, it kind of evolved into something a lot bigger. I've realized that Neil just can't do low budget. He was like, let's just write this like low budget in the middle of the desert in a house somewhere, like 1 or 2 actors. I'm like, yeah, that's doable. And then it becomes something else with fighter pilots and aliens in Afghanistan. But we wrote it, and it got picked up very quickly. So, and we shot it during COVID. So yeah, we
Nice.
got. And yes, the opening film at Fright Fest here in the UK, and then it just came out in the US last week in cinemas, and then it's coming out here in the UK in January, RLJ Shudder release. So yeah,
I did pick up a little vibe from The Thing from the early 80s in the movie, so that was kind of nice to see. And plus, I've been to Afghanistan. I was deployed there in the army, so
wow.
And it's just hearing that part of the movie was like, wait a minute, what if? So
you never know. You never know. Yeah, I had that Aliens vibe as well. We watched quite a few of those for inspiration, and we just wanted to tap into that. And it feels like such a long time ago now. It's so weird when you do a movie, it comes out and you're like, God, I did that last year, and you're just talking about it and promoting it. And I've just finished my filming something else, so I'm kind of, it's weird how I've got to kind of go back to the headspace of the film I did last year. But rewatching it again is it's really fun, really, really fun. And I think that's hopefully that translates on screen, that it was a lot of fun shooting this movie. It's an ensemble cast. Everyone was great. The actors were great. And I just hope that translates on screen, that it was fun shooting, and it's a fun movie and scary.
I certainly enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. So, and it's very hard. I've been watching horror movies since I was a kid. So it's very hard to impress me when it comes to horror movies. I'm very critical, but The Lair, I was like, oh my God, that was just amazing. I mean, the shooting angles, the acting, the dialogue, it was fantastic. I loved it. And some people don't appreciate those kind of movies.
No, I'm not trying to be anything that it's not, right? We're not making Shakespeare here. It's just a fun monster ensemble. We love the Americans and the English soldiers coming together. It is what it is. It's just a fun movie, and I think Neil executed it brilliantly. I really do.
And I love English actors, like the movie 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later.
Amazing.
You'd be surprised how many English actors come to the United States to act. And like the TV show The Walking Dead, you'd be surprised how many English actors in The Walking Dead. And you can't tell because they change their accents for the roles.
Yeah.
So until I go on IMDb, I read the pros, like, oh my God, she's from England, that guy's from England, that guy. So
yeah. We're not bad. We're not bad at the accents, especially the Americans, I must say. The American accent. Yeah, I've had to do quite a few American accents, but for this role, I just stuck to my English accent.
Okay, so my next question for you: the special effects and makeup, did that have any effect to you in any shape or form in the movie while filming?
Well, it was great for this one because on the Lair, all the monsters were practical, which is great for me. Actor to interact with a real life thing and not like a green screen. And who were there? Well, the actors, they were the stunt team that were playing the monsters were fantastic. The movements, the way they were behaving were amazing. So absolutely so much better, practical all day long. You can actually interact and act to something, act and react. We're lucky to have that on this.
Yeah, I prefer practical special effects over CGI any day. So,
and I think it just looks better.
It does.
Just how much money you have, CG looks like CG. It looks fake. It's just really, really hard to, sometimes it works. Was I really flying a plane? I'll let you. It works really well. But when it comes to monsters and I don't know if you're animals or humans, whatever, practical all day long. Definitely.
Definitely. So, were there any moments you were actually scared while filming the Lair?
No, so this is the thing. Everyone thinks when you're filming in a horror film, oh, you're going to get so scared. It's actually so fun shooting a horror movie. This would be my second horror movie now that I've shot. So much fun. I know some of the other actors got scared. There's a running, closing the door, and one of the Ravagers, they're called, comes running towards the door, and literally we couldn't actually close the door. One of the actors was absolutely losing it. We're like screaming, like, this is great. She's not even acting, she's just absolutely terrified. So, and you're just, in the moment, yeah, you're scared, your character's scared, but for me, no, I just loved it. It was just fun. Oh, not on this one. More scared, like I would say the stunts I've got to do or something like that scares me, the physical stuff, but not the monsters.
One of these days I would love to be behind the scenes while a horror movie is being filmed. I would just love to see how it's done.
Oh my god, you would love it and appreciate it, like what goes into it. And a lot of people, like, if you see, you would see there's actually so much fun shooting a horror movie. It's more blood and effects, and it's just fun. I think it's actually a lot if you're shooting a drama or a comedy, it's just very different vibes, very, very different.
So, and that's why I got into the scare acting, the Valley of Fear, to start working on that. So he was like, oh, this guy's a scare actor, he's got experience, let's put him in a film. So fingers crossed, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So
that's the way to do it.
Absolutely. So you've already answered the next question. You enjoy acting, obviously. Yes. So you've been doing it for a very long time, and you're very good. You're very talented. What made you want to become an actress?
There wasn't really a defining moment where I saw something or did something where I said, oh, I have to do this. It was more of, it's always been there ever since I can remember, really. I've always been performing and singing, and ever since I was a young kid. I mean, obviously, when I've been inspired along the way watching films, and that's just kind of reinforced my passion and dream for it. But ever since I can remember, this is what I've wanted to do.
You got goals. That's good.
Oh yeah, very, very high goals.
So, do you have any other actors who inspired you along the way, or?
Oh yeah, loads. The classics. I love Marlon Brando.
Okay.
I love Vivian Leigh. I love Liz Taylor. I love Nicole Kidman, Meryl Streep. The icons, really. The talented.
Nicole Kidman did a very good job in the movie The Others. That was fantastically done.
Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Love her. She's very inspiring.
So, aside for those who inspire you, do you have any big influences, like any actors that influenced you in the past or recently?
Who I've come across in person?
Well, either way, I mean, who like?
You mean? I love Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's absolutely. I think when I see him perform, I don't see him, the actor. I see the character. He kind of transforms. I loved him in Nightcrawler. I think he's phenomenal. I love Susan Sarandon. I loved her in the film. Oh, what's it called? White Castle.
Yep.
Hilary Swank, Boys Don't Cry. Hilary Swank in everything. She's amazing as well. She just transforms. $1 Million Baby, amazing. So yeah, just I have a whole variety of actors I love, really.
So, do you have any favorite roles in your career, or just don't want to answer that question?
No, I have. I mean, they're all special in their own way. They're all dear to me and in their own way. But I'd say my pet project and role is actually the film I just finished filming, Duchess. something that I co-wrote as well and produced. It's a gangster movie. So very, very different genre. I was sitting there one day and we were talking about the classics, like the Godfather, the Scarface, the Casinos, all those classic movies. I was like, Layer Cake, like there's been like a really good classic gangster movie recently. Okay, The Gentleman and a couple of others. So I was like, I want to do something like this, but I want to do like a female gangster movie. So yeah, it was very high expectations as always, and that's kind of where the idea came from. So we're filming in the summer. It was a very, very tough shoot. Very, very tough shoot. I got COVID. The director got COVID. It was one of the toughest shoots ever. But we got through it. We're editing at the moment, and that'll be being released next year. So super excited about that.
I can see you as a female gangster. You got the persona. I love it.
I've got to say, there's no holding back from this one. Like the rule for Duchess was, I want it to be as outrageous as possible in every way. So it's very, very violent, very bloody, lots of swearing, all the things you expect from a gangster movie, right?
Of course. All the essentials.
Yeah, and Phil Winchester was great, and Sean Pertwee. We got some great actors in there. So super excited about that.
And I can also definitely see you as a Bonnie, like a Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes. Well, because the last couple of years I've been doing, I did The Lair, then before that I did The Reckoning, which is another horror drama thriller. It's like I want to do something different. I love horror, but I want to do something different. So it's a horror in its own right, but not horror, not the genre. It's a gangster movie.
Right, yeah, mix things up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm planning to do a thriller. So just as much as possible. Just make a good movie, make it. Doing good roles. That's the goal. Making good movies, playing good roles.
So, okay, you named all your favorite stuff. What we should, as being a seasoned actress and being in so many fantastic movies, playing all these fantastic roles, being very talented, do you have any suggestions for any budding actors who are coming up in Hollywood or wherever they're at?
I would say sheer will and determination, and you've got to not just want it, you've got to need it. Like you can't have no plan B. It's this has got to come before anything, and you've got to need it, not just want it. So I need to do this. I can't do anything else. I wouldn't know what to do. So I think as an actor, giving advice to any other actor or anyone else in the business, you've just got to do it, not think about it. You've got to do it. You've got to take risks. You've got to feel uncomfortable with what you do. Take as much as you can. Take as many opportunities as you can. If you get an opportunity, if you anything, that's what I did. Basically, I went there and just, you've just got to put yourself out there, believe in yourself. I'm giving lots of different, I'm throwing loads of things out there at the moment, but do it all. And then you figure out where you want to be, what you want to do. Because a lot of people just say, oh, I want to be a filmmaker, or actually I don't, or you want to be an actress, and then you want to maybe actually, no, I want to direct, or, find out what it is you want and what you like in the world of filmmaking and do it. So I would say the sheer will of determination, really.
That's awesome. Good advice. Very good advice.
Yeah. You've got to, it's so hard to be in this industry that you've got to, all odds are against you. So you just got to keep grinding until you're on that path,
Absolutely. We've all faced our roadblocks, and for me, people did underestimate me in the past. It's like, oh, you're nothing. You'll never amount to nothing. But I've got a master's in criminal justice. I've become a scare actor. I've got a successful podcast.
Amazing.
So, and I got to interview all these wonderful actors and actresses. So,
and those people that say no, you can't do this, or they put you down, they inspire me more. I'm like, okay,
right,
thank you.
It makes you want to push harder.
Yeah, exactly. I'll prove you guys wrong. Don't you worry.
Some small gratification in that. So.
I would say the best revenge is success.
Yes, I love that. I'm going to use that.
Right? It is. It is. It's like, okay, I won't say anything. I'll just show you. I'll just prove you wrong.
So, last but not least, are there any messages you would like to give to your fans out there right now?
A message to my fans, did you say?
Yes.
Only that I love you and keep watching my movies. Yeah, and you're the reason why I do this. The people that appreciate my work and enjoy my work, and that's what I want to do. Really, is entertain and let people just enjoy what I do.
Absolutely. I love it. So that's all I got for you. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. It's been an honor speaking to you. So whoever's listening out there, please watch The Lair. It is now available on Vudu, Amazon, Redbox, YouTube, Apple TV, and Google Play. Outstanding movie. Charlotte Kirk, you are an amazing actress. Please keep it up. And I will continue to watch you in all your movies. And hopefully I will get to interview again regarding another movie that you do in the future. So
thank you.
Okay, and please have a wonderful day, and I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you for reaching out. I'm glad I did this.
Okay, it was nice talking to you so much, and I enjoyed this interview. I had fun.
Thank you. Yes, and I'll keep you posted on the updates on what I'm doing.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kirk, big round of applause. And that's all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you.